Hi, welcome back to our channel. In the previous part of the video, we have discussed Dear Departed Part 1 Glossary and Question Answers. Dear children, now let us discuss Glossary and Question Answers of Class 10 English, Unit 2, Reading B, that is Dear Departed Part 2. Before you watch this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel. Yeah, as we discussed in the previous video, the theme of the second unit is wit and humor. Here, wit is nothing but intelligence or the ability to speak in a clever way. Here, humor means here comedy or fun. Now, let us see more information about the author. William Stanley Horton. He was born in 1881, died in 1913. He was a famous English dramatist. He was one of the best of a group of realistic playwrights, often called the Manchester School. In every play, he sought to present an idea. He had a remarkable gift for dialogue that is evident in The Dear Departed. The Dear Departed was first produced in Manchester in 1908. Here, Horton satirizes the degradation of moral values in the British middle class. Dear children, Manchester School, which means it comprises the political, economic, and social movements of the 19th century that originated in Manchester, England. Now let us see the glossary of the second part of the Dear Departed. As we discussed, the title name of the title is The Dear Departed, which means this is an idiomatic expression. This means the dead person. This phrase is used by people to avoid the word dead. Gingerly, it is an adverb which means in a careful way. Poke, a verb which means push. What the devil, it is a phrase which means old fashioned way of showing annoyance, means here irritation or displeasure. This phrase is always used in questions. Tomfoolery, it is a noun which means foolish or silly behavior. What the dickens, it is an idiom. It is old fashioned and informal, used in questions instead of devil to show that you are annoyed or surprised. Yeah, next one, vindictive whisper. It is a noun phrase which means talking about someone in a harsh, hasty manner. Double faced, it is an adjective. Hypocritical, deceitful, or dishonest. Thumping, it is a verb which means hitting hard. Will, it is a noun which means a legal document that says what is to happen to somebody's property after his or her death. Fancy, it is a verb which means want or feel like. Consternation, it is a noun which means a worried or sad feeling. Ringo bells, it is a noun, the name of a restaurant. Handier, it is an adjective which means easier. Handier, which means easier. Now let us see question answers of the second part of Dear Departed. First question, justify the view that the husbands of Mrs. Latter and Mrs. Jordan are men with no individuality. Answer, it is clearly evident from the behavior of the husbands of Mrs. Latter and Mrs. Jordan that they are men with no individuality, like their greedy wives. They also behave foolishly. They have no bothering about their father in law. They also nod their heads to their wives' ideas of getting property of the old man. They are behaving like dancing bulls. They behave like wooden puppets in the hands of their wives. They can be easily manipulated and bent. They acquire very cheap characters. They are not able to correct their greedy wives. Second question, discuss the irony in the title, The Dear Departed. Answer. Irony of the title is the grandfather is not dear to anyone in the family. They only wanted his property. They also curse him for not paying his insurance premium, and he is also not dead to be departed. This is the irony of the play. In this play, money is the dear to the both the sisters. In this play, money is the dear to both the sisters. But the truth revealed in front of Abel. The money only departed from them. Here, money, the material things are not important. Human relations are more important than assets, property, or fickle things. Dear children, we have to show love or respect towards our family members. Third question, list the arguments the two sisters gave to keep their father in their care. Answer, the following are the list of arguments the two sisters gave to keep their father in their care. Mrs. Jordan, you know, father, it's quite time you came to live with us again. We would make you very comfortable. Mrs. Latter, no, he has not been with us as long as he was with you. Mrs. Jordan, I may be wrong, but I don't think father will fancy living on with you after what's happened today. Mrs. Latter, if I have done anything wrong, I am sure I am sorry for it, Mrs. Jordan, and I can't say more than that too. So these are the arguments which were occurred between the two sisters. Let us move on to fourth question, that is, how does the spat between the old man's daughters lead to father discovering the truth? Here, spat means a quarrel about unimportant matter. What is the meaning of spat here? Spat means here a quarrel about an unimportant matter or fickle things. Let us see answer. Mr. Abel Merriweather recognizes his bureau and wants to know the reason for its shifting. Mrs. Slater has already told her sister that the bureau belonged to them. This lie is enough to set tongues wagging and tempers escalating. Mrs. Jordan accuses her sister of stealing her father's wagging and tempers escalating. Mrs. Jordan accuses her sister of stealing her father's things, thinking him to be dead. That is when Mr. Abel discovers that they had gathered there for the other official mourning of his death. So here we can discuss about the fourth question. Here you can see here wagging. What is the meaning of wagging? Wagging means here move from side to slightly disappear. Escalating means here becoming more intense or serious. Now let us see fifth question. List the comic elements in the play The Dear Departed. Answer. There are many comic elements in the play The Dear Departed. All the elements in this play are sarcastic. Sarcastic is nothing but irony. Comedy elements in the play. A. Instructions of Mrs. Slater to her daughter Victoria to change her dress. B. The way the Slater stole the things of the grandfather. C. The attitude of the two sisters overlooking after their father. D. The behavior of the two husbands without individuality. E. The Jordans' interest in taking tea but not in seeing the dead body of the grandfather. F. The idea of preparing a list of assets to distribute them evenly between the two families before the funeral. G. The spat between the two sisters. Next one, the arguments of the two sisters to keep their father in their care. Last one, the decision of grandfather to have a remarriage in old age. Now let us see sixth question. In what way is the play The Dear Departed a commentary on the hollowness of human relationships? Here, hollowness is nothing but here the fact of being without value or not sincere, not showing sincerity. Answer. Both the families neglect their duties and responsibilities towards their father. As soon as they think he is dead, they start fighting over his assets. Mrs. Slater takes her father's slippers and quickly replaces his bureau with an old chest of drawers. The Jordan who visit them are no better. The news about the death of their father leaves them unperturbed. Means you're not concerned. They are more interested in having tea and discussing about the obituary note. Means here a notice of death. Obituary means here a notice of death. Mrs. Jordan also insists on making a list of her father's assets so that they can divide it among themselves. The play, therefore, vividly, clearly expresses the hollowness and vacuity of human relationships in the family. Here, vacuity means here lack of thought. Vacuity means here lack of thought. Hollowness means here the fact of being without any values, moral values, ethical values, or they are not at all showing any sincerity, honesty towards their father. Now, let us see last question, that is, what are the three things that the father plans to do on Monday next? What effect does it have on his daughters? Answer. The three things that the father plans to do on Monday next are: A. To see his lawyer to alter his will. Alter means here to change his will. B. To pay his insurance premium. And C. To marry widow Mrs. John Sharrocks at St. Philip's Church. These are the three wills. If the father does all these three things, the daughters will lose the chance of getting their share in their father's assets. They do not have any chance to take care of the family assets. So here we need to take care of our father and mother and parents. Understand, here assets and fickle things are not at all important. We need to more focus on human relationships. Thank you for watching, dear children. Once again, you need to go through all the glossary which are given, which are highlighted in the video. So once again, you need to go through all the question and answers and learn it carefully. So thank you. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay secure. Hope you understood well.